say a few words on the occasion of this great international seminar of contemporary relevance. The organizers couldn't have chosen a better topic than this, especially when they are talking about law tech. The race between law and technology is very well known, and more often the technology overtakes the law. And we are talking about artificial intelligence, which is considered as a disruptive technology. But we'll get accustomed to that. I think we are already accustomed to that. And there are a number of takeaways from the application of the artificial intelligence in its various manifestations. And when we talk about the challenges of the day, everyone is a netizen now. Apart from being a citizen, we are all netizens. I don't know whether we look at the faces of our dear family members for more time as compared to the screen of our mobile. And the time spent on usage of mobiles, I think it is already recorded by the instrument, is much more. Whether it is for personal interaction, or business transactions, online transactions, or getting access to social media, use of information technology has become inevitable. And wittingly or unwittingly, we are becoming subject to the application of artificial intelligence. Recently, I had been to Ranchi in connection with some seminar in the National Law School there. The first question I asked my good friends from the National Law School was about Jamtara. Jamtara is very famous because Ranchi is famous for two things. One is for Dhoni. I had an occasion to look at his beautiful residence in the middle of the town. Of course, he moved to the outskirts. The second one is the capital of cyber crimes called Jamtara. And it seems almost every house has one or two youngsters indulging in all kinds of cyber crimes. They are accustomed to make calls to number of customers, bank customers. They speak like the truly professional managers. They try to extract their passwords, KYC information, and the net result is that number of cyber crimes are committed. And very unfortunately, the victims of cyber crimes include the high and mighty. Recently, I don't want to name, but recently, a highly placed person, highly respected person, with a lot of standing in the society, he himself became a victim of cybercrime from Jubilee Hills area. And there are many, in fact, unsuspecting, innocent citizens who become victims of either cybercrimes or invasion of data privacy. Whenever we enter a shopping mall or any shop, the first thing we are asked at the time of billing is our mobile number. And 99% of the people, without any suspicion, they share the number. Then, immediately thereafter, maybe, they'll be receiving number of unsolicited calls and sometimes even the mails. And we will be wondering as to when we have given this number. Because this data, information, which is now property, is sold, is shared illegally also by many of these data fiduciaries. That's what the law says, data fiduciaries. And we are the data principals, but our data is in the public domain. This is another important aspect. Recently, I had an occasion to, on the same occasion when I visited Ranchi, the chief guest was one Honorable Justice from Orissa High Court, Justice Sanjeev Panigrahi. He was talking about the discussion that is going on, not in the court, but outside, especially about the use of Aadhaar as an identity and whether it is mandatory because Justice Pudduswamy judgment made it very clear that it may not be mandatory on all the occasions, but still they are insisting. The Aadhaar authority itself clarified that the card can't be used to certify the, in fact, date of birth. Recently, the Employee Provident Fund Organization issued a circular. So there are a number of issues on these lines. We talk about the increasing incidence of cyber crimes. We are talking about the threat to data privacy. Then another important aspect is about the data governance. The structures of data governance are yet to be installed in India. There are a number of laws and number of administrative as well as quasi-judicial bodies which are going to be set up under the DPDP Act of 2023. And contemporarily, there are a number of wonderful developments in other parts of the world. The European Parliament passed the very first Artificial Intelligence Act last year in June. It came into force sometime in December. Now we are talking about the data governance, the AI ethics, and many more issues. I know that I have a technical session to address, and I am also aware that most respected chief guest, Justice Lakshman Garu also is supposed to speak. I don't want to stand between the principal speaker and other speakers and all of you. I take this opportunity to wish the organizers a grand success as far as this law tech is concerned. And I sincerely hope that all the technical sessions throw sufficient light on the emerging areas relating to the data privacy as well as cyber security. Thank you, one and all.